Amen. What it is. This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is by any means. There go the Cash App, $Deem by any means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. Y'all see that heart with the $sign at the bottom? Well, that's the super chat. You could press that at any time your heart desires. Say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. All of you Earthmen owe Jaron Ennis an apology, and I need it immediately. Y'all ran with narratives and it come out that ain't none of it true, and I can prove ain't none of it true because a couple sides have been caught lying already about this. Jaron, y'all all owe Jaron Boots Ennis an apology because y'all ran with one side, didn't want to hear it from another, but then be the same people out here talking about we need all the facts and we don't know what happened. And oh, really? Well, exactly what Dean said happened, Jaron Ennis said it happened too. And I don't got Jaron in his number. I ain't talked to him or nothing. Maybe he do watch my videos. Who knows? But all I know is what I tried to tell all of you Earthmen happened. And guess what? Even Turkey Ali Kashik, y'all say expose Jaron, and it's actually told on himself. Y'all took what Eddie said a part of the interview, but ain't take the part where he said Jaron Ennis told me that he wants to stay at 147 and unify. He's been saying that for the last 2 years. That's what he's been saying. Only one person been consistent this whole time. Only one, and it's Jaron Ennis. But y'all don't like consistency on YouTube. No, you want to call out Eddie for being a liar when you think he a liar, but when you believe him, you don't think he a liar. Oh, you don't like Turkey, and you don't like how Turkey do business. But when you want to call it out, it's fine. But then when we go to show how he does bad business, oh, nah, Dean, we ain't trying to hear that. I ain't going for it. Can't do it. Sorry. I don't care what you think. Y'all a bunch of Earthmen. And I believe just a bunch of Terence Crawford stands, to be honest. Because even Terence Crawford just came out with a tweet actually agreeing with Jaron Ennis. I'm just saying, though, so you can't even use Terence Crawford. First of all, Jaron Ennis said he has never asked for Vergilortiz to come down to 147 after he already moved up. So y'all lied on the man right there. So then it makes me say, well, do we believe, Eddie, that they sent it over for 147 at first or whatever? You got to pick which one you believe. I'm just asking a question. So Eddie already looking shaky from there. Then first, y'all remember, they said they gave Jaron Ennis 72 hours. But then that changed to 48 hours, and then that changed to 24 hours. I'm just saying, y'all, I've been keeping up with it. Then y'all got y'all people talking about Jaron Ennis said he'll fight the best at 154. Yes, what else did he say? After I move up there, when I move up there. Jaron Ennis just said, reiterated again, like I tried to tell y'all, but y'all ain't listening. Then why he can't fight at 154 and 147? Because that's not good for boxers to do. Guess who else agree with me? Jaron Ennis. He said, why would I go up to 154 then come back down to 147 for what? And then he talked about another point. Shout out to YSL Media. Shout out to my man Mill. Shout out to him because he asked him a question. Well, people were saying you'll fight Terence Crawford and not fight and not Vergilortiz. And then Jaron Ennis says something that should be so obvious. Vergilortiz is not no damn Terence Crawford. Silly. Vergilortiz is not close to a Terence Crawford. Of course I will fight Terence Crawford. But then when y'all say that, also don't leave out the fact that Terence Crawford is not even willing to give the man that opportunity, though. Make sure you put that part out. It ain't Jaron. So Jaron want to fight Terrence Crawford, but he's scared of Vergilortiz. I'm going to say that again for all of the Earthmen that was running around saying he's a duck. So you don't think he's scared of Terrence Crawford, but you think that he's scared of Vergilortiz? A guy he tried to fight twice already? Huh. But then y'all was the same people out here, and I swear my memory is great. Y'all was the same people out here talking about Vergilortiz is scared to fight Amantis Stanionis. Remember that fight kept getting pushed back 3 times? One time he got sick. The other times it was whatever. But the narrative was, man, Virgil, you out here ducking Amantis Stanionis. So let me get this straight. Jaron Ennis scared of Vergilortiz, but he'll fight the guy that people thought Vergilortiz was afraid of? Make that make sense to me. Oh yeah, a guy that I think would have beat Vergilortiz as well. I think Amantis Stanionis is better than Vergilortiz, but that's a whole nother conversation. Shout out to my man L Dub Boxing. L Dub Boxing asked me in my man Knockout comments. He said, Dean, so what's next for Jaron Ennis? What he said to y'all that he been trying to do? He got asked that question too. You know what the answer was? What been his answer? He the only person that ain't switched up his story this whole time. Unifying at 147, like he said before y'all ever heard about Vergilortiz. So the man wasn't a duck before this Vergilortiz thing came up. But then you got people clowning Shakur Stevenson because he a co-main. And then when I tell you, why would Jaron Ennis do that? Nah, Dame, he should have still took the fight. You can't have it both ways, people. Sorry, can't do it. Don't you think Vergilortiz and Jaron Ennis in itself is worth a main event fight? If Virgil is this person that y'all telling me he is, shouldn't Jaron Ennis and Vergilortiz be a headline fight? Don't you think you could make an undercard for that fight? I got proof of it because y'all said that Jaron Ennis did it with Abanesian and Karen Kukadadjic. 2 people that y'all tell me Vergilortiz is bigger than, so why they can't do the same thing with Vergilortiz in boots? Make it make sense. It doesn't. I'm just saying you can't have it both ways. You can't clown Shakur Stevenson for being a co-main, but then knock Jaron Ennis for not wanting to be a co-main. Vergilortiz and Madrimov is scheduled to be the second fight on that card, in case you haven't noticed. Oh yeah, y'all. Jaron Ennis just fought, and like Greg Hackett tried to tell y'all, shout out to Greg Hackett, a guy that actually knows Jaron Ennis, be in the gym with Jaron Ennis, which is proven, said that Jaron Ennis ain't really been on no boxing stuff lately. He actually was chilling, taking a break, which makes more sense than anything because he just fought twice in 4 or 5 months. That actually makes sense. That don't make sense to you? And then they called him at the deadline. Like Dean was trying to tell y'all, if they were serious about a fight, why would they just wait to the deadline to call Jaron Ennis? Is that good business? For all the people that call Jaron Ennis a duck, is that good business? Because I guarantee you, if it was Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Canelo Alvarez, none of y'all will be saying that. If they called Terence Crawford with 48 hours to go and asked him about a Jaron Ennis fight, and he said, I got to think about it, wouldn't none of y'all people that's criticizing Jaron Ennis do it then? If they asked Earl Spence the same exact thing with everything he been going through, oh yeah, Earl, we want you to fight on this card, but you got 48 hours to make a decision. Y'all wouldn't do that to Earl. Why are you doing it to Jaron? Jaron Ennis the only fighter in boxing y'all asking to come up between 2 weight classes. He's the only fighter in boxing that y'all are asking that of. But then y'all talk to me about legacy and being unified. That's what y'all use against Gervonta Davis all the time. Legacy, being unified, undisputed. Devin Haney fans, he's undisputed. Jaron Ennis can't get that opportunity. that Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence and everybody else before him could get? Y'all wasn't asking Devin Haney to go up to 140 to try to just skip fights and go fight Teofimo Lopez. Did y'all ask that of Devin Haney? No. Y'all ain't asked that of Earl. Y'all ain't asked that of the 154 division been popping. Y'all wasn't telling Terrence Crawford that he shouldn't fight Earl or try to get a undisputed match to sit up there and go fight Jermell Charlo. Mind you, Vergilortiz is not even in that situation. There's a great chance that Vergilortiz is about to lose the Madrimov. And like Jaron Ennis said, do y'all see it that it's not healthy for fighters to do that? But everybody think they know boxing so much. Y'all can't mess with Dean. Ain't no boxer going to tell you that jumping up between different weight classes is healthy for you. Nobody is going to tell you that. So how much do you know boxing if you agree with that? All right, so guess what then? Terrence Crawford should come back to 147 and fight Jaron Ennis then. Then Terrence Crawford is a duck because he could have went to 154 and still did what he was doing and then still fought Jaron Ennis. He could have done that. Nah, Dean. Well, he was undisputed. He already oh, you mean what Jaron Ennis is trying to do? But y'all won't give him that opportunity though because y'all filled with hate and y'all want to be right and you got to stay where you was at. Sorry, can't do it. Everything I said, Jaron Ennis said. And I ain't talked to Jaron Ennis, so maybe I'm just that intelligent. And it's the other thing that y'all set up there and lied about. Y'all said Jaron Ennis was sent the contract. Jaron Ennis said he was never sent the contract for Vergilortiz ever. He was never even sent the term agreement. It's a difference between a term agreement and a contract. Jaron, let's take it a step further. There's a difference between negotiations, a term agreement, and a contract. He said all I did was get a phone call. But y'all understand that when it comes to your favorite fighter. When it's Shakur Stevenson, y'all understand that. When it's Devin Haney, y'all understand that. When it's Gervonta Davis, y'all understand that. When it's Terrence Crawford, y'all understand that. When it's Earl Spence, y'all understand that. But when it's Jaron Ennis, you don't understand that now. Y'all owe Jaron Ennis an apology because y'all sat up there and told me what this reporter said. Yeah, these reporters said he turned down the fight. He turned down the contract with Vergilortiz. That would never happen. That was a lie. So all y'all people that was saying what Turkey said, what they said, what Eddie, but remember, you got to stay there. Make sure you believe him every time he says something. Only person I know ain't changed up their whole story is Jaron Ennis. And I ain't got, unlike everybody else, I ain't got too much evidence of him capping. I ain't got too much evidence of that. So if he get this unification next, I need all y'all to come back out and apologize for saying that the man switched up his story because y'all added sauce onto what the man said. The man said, I will fight the best at 154 when I get there, though. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go up there yet. That's what he said. So just remember when people talking about Gervonta going to 140 and skipping Shakur and Loma and all of them, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear it. Well, Dean, it's Gervonta. No, Gervonta is not that special. Love Gervonta. The rules apply to him too. The rules apply to him like anybody else as we doing that. We don't get to pick and choose our rules based on the fighter that we making a case for. If that's the case, then I'll never admit that Devin Haney is the A-side to Shakur Stevenson. It's clearly true, whether I like it or not. If you know that guys shouldn't be jumping up between weight classes, then don't ask Jaron Ennis to do it. when he's actually trying to get legacy and undisputed and all of that stuff that y'all try to throw in my face and make an argument with me against. Then all you Devin fans, all you Shakur fans, all you Terrence Crawford fans that's sitting up there talking about Jaron Ennis badly, don't ever bring up accomplishments and legacy to me ever again. Don't bring belts up. Don't bring none of that up. Because then it's going to show how big of a hypocrite you are. And I let people talk that like to talk because you get to see how full of ish they are. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Deem by any means. And I'll holler at you, Earthman.